This is Korath Landwalker, and today we have another exciting episode of Star Trek Online. A couple minor programming notes here. I hope that I've got the category set properly. I found out when I was going through my streams over the weekend that for some reason the category did not swap over from Star Citizen to Star Trek Online. So apparently I streamed the entire Star Trek Online with the category of Star Citizen. Apologies for that, anybody who happened to have been watching that and got completely confused by it. It was not intentional. And apparently it was giving me trouble just before the stream, in fact, where I was trying to swap it back, and I don't know why. I'm going to have to review the Streamlabs OBS software to figure out why it's not swapping the category when I change the game. It's annoying, to say the least. Well, it is what it is. In the meantime, let's come back to the adventures of Commander Tellel, in command of the Romulan Republic warbird Vasilis. That actually sounds pretty cool when I say it out loud. Last week, the Romulan Republic began to take a more direct confrontational approach with one of the allies of Tal Shiar, the alien Elachi. Unfortunately, the confrontational model mostly consisted of defense, because the Elachi were pretty much on the offense on a bunch of Romulan colony worlds. So, the question now becomes, can we take the offensive? And the answer may very well be yes. So, without further ado, let's take a look at our Administrivia first. I have some messages here which tell me that I have a number of sales that worked out in the exchange. So I've made myself a cool 83,000. That's not bad.
We have located Elachi forces in deep space.
I'll get you,
Greetings.
Admiral. Blowing off the Admiral. I'm bad. Unfortunately, I could not sell off this. I'm not entirely surprising. Starship control expertise is just not as sexy in console as most of the other science consoles. Unfortunately, I can't get it right now. I do not have access to a in-space trader. Oh, yes, I do. So why did that not come down on my list? Well, I'm going to call them now. It's a 2-hour cooldown, so, you know, I'll only be able to do it to them now. But it gets it out of the way. Otherwise, I'll be having to think about it later. And in the meantime, we will also browse commodities, primarily because I'm going to sell off that console. While I'm here, I'm also going to sell off a bunch of the other stuff that I don't need. Mostly the stuff that are bound to account. And now I'm not sure if I can use some of these. Let's do a quick check on my inventory and see if there's anything really neat to work with here. And the answer for virtually all of it is no. So really, the only thing that I find the great need for a number of stuff here that's worth selling off. So we'll take it from the top. Don't need that console. Don't need that console. Disruptor, don't need. Keep the batteries. These are plain consoles, don't need those. That's bound to account, don't need that. Bound to account, By the time I get to the point where I need another plasma array, I'll jump up another levels. Well, another rank. Probably. Standard impulse engines. There's nothing fancy about this. This isn't going to get me much. Cell. Mine launcher, cell. Console, countermeasures, cell. We are keeping those efficient engines because I am slowly but surely trying to improve them. Because if I improve them, then I have all those extra bonuses to my engines. And the only reason I don't have it up there now is because I have a Mark 7. And I don't have quite enough to upgrade that. And since I have these batteries, I'll just slap them in my device slots just on the crazy chance that I actually make use of them. Okay. I also have this shield. That can't be right. How did I miss not using this shield? I also have another console. Clearly I didn't do a good enough sort on all this stuff. Luckily the fellows here will be here for a little while longer. So let me scroll down here until I start seeing the other stuff. Don't need a shield array. Don't need the hull plating. I find it interesting that it's not letting me sell these piercing Tetrion weapons. And I can't feed them into the replicator and get anything out of them, so I'm going to simply just discard them and say goodbye. All you're doing is taking up inventory. And, because of the principle, flush the lockbox. I'm not having that. Alright. Other administrivia. My duty officers have wrapped up their missions. None of them seem to have killed off my people. And I have a purple quality human tactical bridge officer. We are definitely going to make use of this guy somewhere along the line. Just not yet, because right now, I'm moving the candidate roster. Right now, this is all about the Romulans. We'll mess with Starfleet later. We also have a few details with engineering, helping my skill, and even more importantly, the creation of my Singularity Core, which sadly is a common. So, you know, you can't win them all as far as the equipment lottery. It is, however, still better than the Mark 6. And let's see. We'll get this last minute sell for the Singularity Core here. Get some money out of that. And that's that. I'm going to just pick up engineering standard stuff here. I was considering those RCS consoles, wasn't I? I don't have the materials. I'm not quite ready to go crazy with that. So we're just going to bump up my engineering abilities as best I can. And that'll fill up my 3 slots. Okay. We're ready to rock and roll. Now we are willing to have a chat with my good friend, the Admiral.
We have located Elachi forces in deep space, near a spatial anomaly, NGC-863. We know they have a station in the sector, but we don't know its location. It's time to change the game. We're done chasing our tails. I want you to engage the Elachi, board one of their ships and take control. Once on board, your mission will be to find any information you can about their forces and fleet movements. But most importantly, find the coordinates of the Elachi base. Good luck.
Well, that sounds like a pretty straightforward mission. Let me just check a quick something here. Yes, I did. Suddenly, the need for rebreathers is becoming more apparent because I am about to go into what is probably a bad environment. I mean, why else would I get those rebreathers as a reward for the previous mission? Let's look at our rewards. The usual experience and expertise rewards. I will be getting a personal shield, Mark 8, which will be a marked improvement over what I have now. The usual dilithium ore. And a choice of armors. I almost always go for the energy dampening because, well, let's face it, most of the weapons being fired at me are energy. I like having protection from that. And I'll get more out of it there. I don't think that the polyweave armor really compares. I mean, it's great if I'm going against, Klingons with their batliths, but I don't expect that to be an issue.
Greetings.
So, target Alpha. Let's go to the anomaly. And while we're on our way, which apparently is not going to take very long because it's practically right next door, so I want to just quickly grab a few of these. Just a few of these duty officer assignments. There's target Alpha. And that takes care of all the easy ones. Let's see if there's anything on my personals. Alright. NGC 863 is a system in deep space noted for subspace anomalies. Okay, well, the description for this isn't exactly setting the world on fire. It is what it is. Okay, let's see about getting this all loaded in. Once again, the loading screen is taking forever and a month. We're delightfully consistent. There we go.
Sensors show the Elachi ahead. We need to secure one ship. We've given it the designation Target Alpha. The rest need to be destroyed. If any escape, they'll warn their fleet. Even worse, they'll be out there capturing more of our friends. The plan is to clear the system and disable Target Alpha. Then we take the fight to the Elachi.
That sounds like an excellent plan. I can see no possible way this can go wrong. Let's make use of the fact that I have a cloaking device. If you're going to play a Romulan, you gotta make use of their toys. We'll power up some of the weapon systems. And cut loose. Step 1. Make a mess out of one of their frigates. That takes care of the second one. Oh, no, it didn't. They just did one of their little jumps again. And that brings us to number 3. Sadly, however, Target Alpha is not among them. Of course, all that said, I'm perfectly okay with that. Taking out their escorts, and ooh, what's that in the distance? It's a scannable. I can't pass that up. And anybody who's been, ooh, 2 of them. And anybody who has been watching my streams in Star Trek Online for any length of time knows that I just cannot pass these up. especially since they're needed for yards and stuff. Look up. Magnesite ore, very useful. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go through these guys to get to it. Let's make use of surprise attacks. I feel like I'm wasting a whole bunch of firepower on a boarding party shuttle. Tangler frigate. Well, I can't let that guy stick around. This thing turns like a bus to begin with. The last thing I need is to have that cause me greater problems. It's always nice when I can get the shockwave to do its thing. That frigate does not want to go. Of course, flying into my plasma trail probably didn't do him any favors. That's a sad thing to get nailed by a plasma trail from a Romulan battleship. Tragic as we usually describe it. Bad news at this. Of course, I do have basic maneuvers which will help my turn speed dramatically. Oh, and there we go. Disabled target alpha. And now that we've broken it, well, first, now that I've broken it, I get my toys.
Target alpha has been disabled. Now we board it and take control.
Not a moment. First things first. Okay.
Target alpha has been
now we
disabled.
take control. Let's go forth. And oh, that looks like a horrible atmosphere, doesn't it? If only I had some sort of tool I could use. Of course, come to think of it, I should have that here. Why don't I have it here? There we go. It's my list of powers. Our intelligence suggests that the Elachi have a base somewhere in the area. Unable to pinpoint the location. The records on this ship should include the coordinates. We need to access any computers we find. Of course, we need rebreathers, because otherwise we're going to be choking our lungs out. So here we are, with everybody except Marcel. Why are you not wearing your rebreather? Marcel doesn't have a rebreather. Why doesn't he have a rebreather? Because I gave it to Move-In. There we go. Boy, don't we look frightening. Okay, weapons out because... Oh, just like that. We knew we were going to be unwelcome, and, well, what do you know? We're unwelcome. And we're getting some more, unique opponents here. Four-legged drone things. Oh, hold on. Is that a Romulan over here? Hold on. Gas. Scan. Yes. When it comes between saving the life of one of my fellow Republicans here, or grabbing a shiny, I'm grabbing a shiny. The Romulans are probably unhappy.
We're detecting life signs of more captives. If you can free them, we should be able to beam them out of there.
Thank you, Tovin. I would never have guessed that by, you know, just looking. Sometimes it's like my crew is just bound and determined to point out the glaringly obvious. Oh, this guy spits out gas. Of course, we're all wearing rebreathers, so tough luck. Deactivate force field. Out you guys go. Excellent. Anything else in here that I can make use of? No. So it's time to continue. Oops. What do you know? Reinforcements. And I just love using that telekinesis. Alright guys, no mercy. You know, that bomb really looked like it would be a useful object when I started out here. But more and more I'm getting the impression that this thing is useless. Let's grab the shiny over here. Okay, somehow my people managed to get past this door.
Enemy target on sensor. Personal shield losing power.
And I'm getting the impression that door is supposed to be open. But it's not. I hope I just haven't encountered more bugs in this arc here, because if that's the case, this is going to be a really miserable experience. All these doors are closed, they're not opening. Now, all that said, there's always the possibility that, you know, there's something I've missed somewhere.
Flanking damage detected.
But things are going poorly because I've got people in rooms that went in and never came back out. Come on, let's do one more check in here. Is there anything at all that I can work to open doors or something? Because otherwise, this is just going to be a massive fail. And he just came out of a closed door. Yeah, what we have here is a major bug. So once I'm out of this fight here, I'm going to abort this section of the mission. I'm going to restart it and see if it works any better, because this is just insane. That's okay, I haven't lost that much progress. We're going to try this again. And maybe, just maybe, this mission will start to work. If not, we're going to have to just do our best.
Sir, we're detecting.
Thank you, I caught that the first time. embarrassing. I guess that says something about just how the air is, because I'm having no trouble breathing. Okay, that's the only one that's usable in here, so let's go ahead and use that. Yes, that's one group saved. Yes, I may be bugged to hell with all this stuff, but I at least can get all the shinies all over again.
Shield losing power.
Man, I love doing the telekinesis.
Flanking damage detected.
Doors are not opening, so I'm gonna put my guys on passive. And hopefully that will prevent them from doing something like, you know, running into doors that aren't open. And maybe we can pretend to have some coherence.
Enemy targets on center.
Okay, you guys are allowed to fight now.
Shield losing power.
Okay, passive again, guys. Until doors start opening, you are not allowed to try to go through doors. And here we go. Oh. Okay, you can fight now. I am beginning to get the impression that this mission is bugged to hell. Because here I am hitting every door, and none of them are opening. And if none of them are opening, then this mission is officially a complete and utter bust. Talk about horrible bugs. This mission is literally uncompletable. I mean, I knew there were some bugs in the game that still cropped up, and all the dialogue and stuff like that. But I think this is the first one I've run into lately that has made everything completely unplayable. Alright, well, wasn't that exciting. The doors won't open, so even if I let these guys bug into the various doors, I can't free any of the captives because I can't access any of the mainframes. Making this mission a complete waste of time. So, maybe it will work better next week, but this week it is a complete bust. So, that puts us in the uncomfortable situation of, what the heck can I do now? Well, looks like one of the things we'll be able to do then is some of these task forces. Let's at least get something out of the day. I suppose there's patrol missions too, but I think I'd rather run some of these. Well, maybe not. Maybe we will check for the patrols. I know some of these systems have patrols in them, so let's hit some of the nearby star systems and see if any of them have patrol missions associated with them. Also, it seems that my stream is having some serious issues here today. I'm seeing a tremendous amount of lag here. And when I say lag, I mean the stream seems to be like minutes behind. Let me see what it looks like elsewhere. Okay, so the good news is it might not be a... Oh, it might be. I can patrol Rye, so that much is right with the world. But it seems that my secondary stream, my secondary monitor, which is basically my iPad, is so far behind on this that it's not even funny. I've got a sneaking feeling that my wireless setup is doing some weird and wondrous things. And what that means is I am not 100% sure that the chat is going to be working all that properly. Yeah, I'm looking at the secondary pad screen. I'm definitely seeing a disconnect from what I see on my computer and what I see on my pad. And that is just not a good thing. So we'll have... I'm going to hope that the chat is in a better place than what I'm seeing here, because otherwise things are going to be awfully uncomfortable. Okay, since the destruction of the Romulus... Seriously, the Romulus homeworld? They really need to do an editing pass on some of their text. Since the destruction of the Romulan homeworld, which is what it should say, many of the former colony worlds have tried to go their own way. Starfleet Command supports these attempts at independence. Someday, some of these worlds may even apply to be members of the Federation. Yeah, how about we kind of urge them to the Romulan Republic instead? Just saying. Sela has been sending fleets to harass these breakaway planets, so Starfleet wants us to be a buffer between the residents of the colony and the Romulan forces. So, keep the Romulans in bay, give the people a chance to develop their own system of government. Patrol and engage any Romulan starships. I think I can do this. Once again, I'm going in cloaked. Setting up fun toys. And open fire. Now this is actually looking like a throwback to patrol missions of old. Basically, the goal here is to wipe out 5 groups of Romulan ships. Back in the day, this is exactly how the patrol missions worked. You got a mission, or even the exploration clusters. Basically, go into a system, take care of 5 targets, either collect stuff or destroy stuff, and then warp out. Not much in the way of plot, very thinly veiled plot, like the Third Borg Dynasty. That was always a favorite.
Target shield.
Now, I'm not sure if these patrol missions are dailies or not, so... Oops, I forgot all about the fact that these guys drop close lines. Oh, come on, bro guy, you're fast enough to catch up with me. Chase me. And of course he has a decent looking drop too, so I gotta turn around and pick it up. That does significantly annoy me. Okay, impulse, cloak, bow guy, target. You can usually find the targets on these patrol missions. ones like this at any rate. Nearby any large asteroids or anything that looks like a floating base of some kind. It's a good way to have an idea of where you're going and what you're doing in space patrol.
Target's shields have failed.
It occurs to me that I do not have hazard mirrors on this particular ship. More accurately, I don't have bridge officers with that skill around here. So plasma tends to last a long time. So, theoretically speaking, the rock in the center of the screen right now will be my next target. Or, to be more precise, the Romulan ship around it is my next target. A little bit closer. Last long. I hit him pretty good on my alpha strike. And one more, and once again. Seriously, guys? Let's do the cloaked lines. Cloak it up. And my final contestant. Let's get one good wall. The Alpha Strike did not do as well as I hoped on that. You know, I have these boarding shuttles that I should probably use more often. It's just that they're slow. Leaders of the colony have sent their thanks. They won't forget what we've done for them today. Time to warp on out of here. Let's see if we've got another patrol we can work with. Let's try... Let's kind of head back towards the Romulan space area. Let's try... Oh, thank you guys. Ride system secure. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, and he's going to assign me another one. Well, far be it from me. Starfleet aid shipments are being stored in this system for distribution to the surrounding planets, but they're having trouble with the Riemann raids. They've hit the caches of supplies and want to help themselves. These must be some of Terrace's goons. I don't understand why they do it, Captain. There's enough for everyone, if everyone is willing to share. Yeah, so we go out, keep an eye on them, and protect the aid supplies from the raiders. That seems like a straightforward enough mission. All I have to do is figure out where it is. Iris. 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 I am not seeing it on the map. Nice thing here is that the tab here for system list has everything in alphabetical order, so if you can't find it on the area map, just go there. You can also, try to find it on the galaxy map, but that's not really worth the bother. And gee, Merry Christmas, I am going to be practically right next door to Sol System. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll take a little tour of the Earth space dock while we're here. We can have a layover. we're affiliated with Starfleet, so I see no reason why we should not take advantage of our proximity. Of course, it also occurs to me that I'm going through enough areas I can probably see if there's any duty officer missions I can grab that don't require me to spend any credits on. Should always keep an eye out for these little opportunities. Ah, and there it is. But the Romulan refugees flooded into the agricultural colonies on Iris 3 after the destruction of their homeworld. The colonists, many of whom had relatives on worlds that were ceded to the Cardassian Union in the late 2360s, welcomed them with open arms. The neutral planet is now a base for humanitarian relief efforts, Romulan space, and both. Romulan space? Really? Let's take a look at that map again. Romulan space. Starfleet space. And they were talking about being ceded to the... Yeah, that's just nuts. Sometimes they really need to do a pass on some of this stuff. They really do. Although, if I were given the choice, I'd rather they fix that Romulan mission. I mean, seriously. And both Starfleet and the Romulan Star Empire may have a presence in the system at any given time. Oh, we know there's Remans who are picking on transports here, so let's discourage them, which will probably consist of blowing them up. Aid shipments are being stored in the system for distribution to surrounding planets. Unfortunately, we're having trouble with Reman raids. They have caches and help themselves. Of course, he can't understand why. There's plenty here. Everyone's wanting to share. You know, isn't that what the Starfleet guy just told me? Seriously, Tovin? Don't just parrot the Starfleet line. Yeah, this guy has told me. Tovin has actually told me exactly what the Starfleet guy just said. Almost word for word. Are you an android, Tovin? Maybe not. He has a sister. But maybe she's an android too. In any event, it's time to start. I will give you this chance to leave by not firing first. My conscience is now clear. I mean, seriously, guys. We should be on the same side here. But you guys just had to cause trouble. Well, that's just fine. At the risk of sounding egotistical, hey Elachi, how's life treating you today? At the risk of sounding egotistical, they started it and I'm going to finish it. I am doing, as you obviously see, a bit of Star Trek Online here, and dealing with, shall we say, a bit of a bug I ran into, which basically made a mission uncompletable. This, what level is this character? This character is currently level 33, Commander of the Romulan Republic. A proud Commander of the Romulan Republic. Ooh. Hexafluorine gas. Must scan. Must scan. Never pass up an opportunity to scan for materials. I am always happy to have some assistance, especially since I'm just doing patrols right now. You have to understand right now that the problem I'm having is not the mission that I have over here, the turnabout mission. The problem isn't that I can't do it because of equipment or anything like that. The problem is that the mission is bugged where none of the doors open. And if none of the doors open, well, it's going to be a little bit difficult to complete that mission. It's annoying, but what can you do? Let's go down my list here. Well, when you get online, you can give me a hand on stuff. I'm not seeing you at the moment in game. Unless you're using another global ID that I don't recognize, which is certainly possible. I am going the complete wrong way here. But on the bright side, I am flying towards more hydrazine gas. Now, while I am a member of the Romulan Republic, I am aligned with Starfleet, so... And the real irony here is, I was planning on heading to the space dock after this patrol mission to help fill some time in. It's funny how things work out sometimes. Honestly, in this particular situation, I'm more inclined to say, can I help you? Because my missions for the Romulan episodes, as previously mentioned, are completely hosed. Although, if I've got you in the group here, maybe I'll try it again with you in tow and see if you can get through the doors. Maybe having someone in the party will make it easier, make it possible. Or maybe the doors will still be stuck and everybody's closed. Of course, that said, there might be a minor issue with oxygen that you may encounter.
Integrity below 75%.
Oh, I am letting this rogue guy walk over me. I can't tolerate that. Fire away. So that I can see any chat that comes through there, because I'm not entirely sure if you can hear me like this. Although, okay, just for giggles, let's find out if this works. Can you hear me now? I've always wanted to do that. I have no idea if you heard that or not, but I'm pretty sure that he's not operating with a microphone.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shield has failed.
And to be honest, I'm not even 100% certain if that's yes, there is a standard need versus greed kind of thing available for loot drops when you're in a group. I'm willing to go greed on everything as opposed to need, simply because that, hey, I get along with my friends. It's not like I'm in one of those random task forces where everybody's doing needs, so I might as well do need too. Borrow Warbird. The problem with this particular control is that it doesn't really tell you what it's done. Ah, volume on the laptop turned down. That would explain that. I had a feeling it might be something along those lines. The only reason I'm using a headphone and mic combination is because, well, here I am. It would be a little difficult to do anything resembling live streaming if, you know, nobody can hear me. And I can't talk with anybody. Oh, all those guys just went to cloak. This is going to be awfully embarrassing in a moment. I'm going to turn one guy into a green stain. So that was an interesting experience there. Not sure how they managed to jump like that, but they won't be doing it anymore. One more guy. Come follow me. Come through the warp plasma trail. Yeah. And I believe I have one more target in this mission. And there we are, another Mogai warbird.
Target's shield has failed.
I keep it in front of me with pulsars to keep my range, my quad plasma weapons. And that is not it. Apparently, I still have another target. Okay, this ship is probably. Oh, and he's a double D. Deridix battleship. I don't know why I keep trying to pronounce that because I never feel like it. I'm lucky I can take this guy out before he tosses off his triple plasma. Up here they go. However, oh come on! I had activated my. Well, that hurts. But apparently not as much as it hurts again. And that takes care of this particular mission. Everyone will get the help they need now. What sector am I in? I am in the Beta Quadrant. In fact, I am practically right next door to Earth's space dock. I am at the just outside the Iris system. Spoken like the Irish would speak it. Well, maybe not. Wait. E-I-H-E-S-S. E-I-R-H-E-S-S. I have leveled, so let's grab another skill in here. We will go with shield penetration because, oh, they tend to be the biggest obstacles for me. No ground points, but I do get access to another bonus ability. I can either go with critical chance or critical damage for my torpedoes and mines. We are going to go with critical damage. I will take the harm them as badly as I can. All right. Here we have 2 of 8. Old friend of mine from way back, visiting the fun. Okay. What we are going to do is, and I hope you can still hear me, what we are going to do is we are going to go to NGC 863 Subspace Anomaly. It's the next sector over, the Sierra sector. And that is where I theoretically have a mission to go into an Elachi starship and try to take it over. However, I was defeated by doors. So, follow me. What is your level? 34. Awesome. So we're pretty much at right where we want to be. Either that or you're close enough to match my level. I do seem to have a superior engine, however. But that's okay, because I will wait for your arrival. while I'm here, let's collect a couple of those rewards for my duty officer assignments. See if I have any other that I can grab here that's not insane as far as duration or anything like that. No, so we'll stop there. Now, as you approach, you should be seeing a continue boarding party option here. At least that's what I'm going to be going into, and hopefully you will as well. Oh, I guess you have. Okay, let's see. Let me see who's important here. I don't think we need Tovin here. We'll grab... Yeah, you can never have too many turrets. Alright, let's see how well this works out. Say, you wouldn't have any environmental suits, would you? Because if you do, you may find it easier to have them available. Because it is a little gassy in here. Not sure, been a while since you've been on the guy. I get that. Alright, let's go forth and... Oh yeah, gotta turn on my rebreather. How embarrassing. Oh, and I got a new ability too. Oh, that was satisfying. Okay, now we should have some targets over here on the left. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That should help you against little annoying problems like gassy atmospheres. I had a couple of rebreathers that came as a reward from a previous mission, so that's how come I'm not having to wear a full suit. Alright, let's free the captives here. Now the moment of truth. Will any of these doors open? Actually, we have another moment of truth first, because I'm pretty sure we're going to be ambushed over here. Man, I love using telekinesis. Alright, let's see if this door opens. This door is not opening. Can you open it? Thank you. Oh, more hostiles. I guess we better take care of that first. Okay, so I can't help but notice that you aren't able to go through those doors either. So it is looking a lot like that this is going to be a complete and total bust. But just to be certain, we'll finish cleaning out the mess.
Enemy targets on sensor. Personal shield losing power.
And who knows, maybe there's something else I'm missing somewhere. Maybe there's a master switch or something that I didn't see. That said, you would think that I would have noticed the master switch. No open? And no open. We have succeeded in discovering that we cannot open any doors whatsoever. And there is nothing that I can interact with to open these doors. And I've certainly looked around, and really the only thing that I could work with is back in the original room here. And, well, there's... Oh, wait. They were subtle. I didn't see them before, but we have mainframe access over here. Report 47-2/R3829. Walker production continues. 50 new units will complete construction at Subspace Base 2 within the next few weeks. Supplemental materials gained from salvage operations. Oh god, please guys, do an edit pass. Will expand production ability by another 20 units. Small craft of the Romulan species, not allied with the Masters. That's unpleasant. Have proven to be effective deterrents. Investigation into additional armaments are authorized. Weapon production report. Not what we're looking for, but interesting. Let's see if any of the doors have opened up now. They have! Okay, it is not a bug mission, so that's what I'm blind to that. So the adventure continues. We have more Romulan hostages. Let's get them out, shall we? And let's see, is there anything else in this room? Let's zoom in the map so I don't have to accidentally miss something again. Nothing else in here, so theoretically the next door will be open. It is. Okay, things are going a lot better now that we found that main breeze. Throw a switch, and they are free. Oops! Did I just see another? Yes, I did. Some of those. I just love how these things just jump on you and they want to give you a hug. Of course, they want to give you a hug and more or less strangle you to death, but you know, it's the thought that counts. This way, yes. And even more hostages, but we are getting near the end of the line with these guys. We have, this is the 4th group of hostages out of 5. Oh, I love telekinesis. I just wish it would charge faster. Oh, it's another mainframe. That'll be important. Alright, let's see. Log 176-293-838-4A-9. Crew performance above expected levels. Planned harvests continue with minimal interruptions. I don't like the sound of that one. We will return to base with more than the estimated supplies. Processing of the food stores has begun, but we will have more stock than our current capacity of holding capsules. While this assists expansion of our forces, we are forced to keep excess stock in holding facilities. My first suggests excess stock are an additional and unnecessary risk to the ship. The stock are fragile things, though unable to create a proper atmosphere without its systems. I do not anticipate there will be a problem. Man, I am really not liking the sound of this. Harvest stock. Did we lose something in translation? No, I kind of suspect we haven't lost anything in translation. This is turning into something of a horror movie.
Enemy targets uncensored.
Oops. Another assault drone. How rude. Don't they know we're here to take over their ship? They should surrender. shooting behind me. But we have these guys ahead who are going to be more than sufficient problems. Hi, Grunt. Let's get some of my supplemental toys out here. Yeah, I think I'm going to get that bomb kit module because that is doing me no good. I just move around too much. And that is all the captives. They're free. Now what does this mainframe say? Log 123-981-93920. Subspace coordinates of Station Alpha received by navigation. I like the sound of this. The station's superstructure is nearly complete. Growth racks are erected and the first livestock has been transferred. I'm really not liking the sound of that. Production is beginning and our cargo is necessary to continued progress. One more target is scheduled before we rendezvous at Station Alpha. Security of the station's subspace coordinates are considered to be an utmost priority. Destruction of all operational assets authorized in search of a breach.
We must control the ship. The station is in subspace, and the Elachi
That
commander is
sounds
under
a lot
orders
like
to
it's
destroy
gonna be
his own ship and
self-destructive
crew if
here.
he's been compromised. You have to get to the bridge and subdue him before he can scuttle his ship.
Okay, well, he's off to the bridge. Let's hope we can get there and stop him before he does horrible things. Command and control, and... oh, it's going to be like that, is it? Ugh, well, that's intimidating. Let's hit him with the heavy stuff first. Yeah, he didn't look phased by all by that, did he? Get some grunts out of the way before they do something horribly unpleasant. Let's see if I can get to the flanking position. Or he can just drop dead. That would be something too. Interrogate the commander. Alright, let's interrogate him. Oh, for heaven's sake. Why do we let him near these computer systems?
Stop the self-destruct. We need this ship to get into subspace.
Gee, Tobin, if you just shot him before he did anything, we wouldn't be having this problem, would we? I'm pretty sure we need to go south for this, so... see, let the guy get back up and walk all the way to the terminal so he can key in self-destruct instead of just, you know, burning him down where he stood. Sometimes I really wonder about my crew. I just love how all the lights have gone bright orangish, yellowish orange, fiery orange. I think they should implement that color scheme to Star Producers.
Shield losing power.
We are getting people taking increase. Let's get support drone rolling again. Say what you will about the Elachi, but I love those skittering drones. Oops. It's always embarrassing when they spawn right in on top of you. Now why did I do that? Use one of my hypo sprays, but I didn't need to. I'll take care of that while I'm thinking before I go into another red alert thing. Let's see, spare hypos. Here we are. All I gotta do is, here we go. And now I'm good to go. In the meantime, let's move my telekinesis to that key. Map that. That'll work better. Luckily, the self-destruct on this ship is literally the longest self-destruct countdown in the history of spaceflight, I guess. Okay, that is all rough. Let's restart the visible. Okay, this looks like the place. It's got a big central thing. Ooh, scannable. I am a horrible human being. Okay, technically it's a horrible Romulan being, but still. Alright. Shut down self-destruct. Oh, naturally, we have to hold them off to make that work. Oh, why not? Everything else in this ship is a slow countdown. Why not this too? Let's see, throw some mines down. Oh, I get that bomb to work properly, but when it does work, it's great. Let's throw the mortar over there, and over here we'll throw the plasma turret. And that should give us cover in most directions. Theoretically. Minute 45 left to go to defend this area. Oops! No! No, fell down. And I still managed to do the wrong thing there with the hyper spray. I cannot win this. Minute 18. Surely we can last that long against the Elachi threat. May all my guesses be right. I always have to wonder about the logic about an orbital strike ability that works indoors. For some reason, that just doesn't seem logically consistent. Then again, with all the other crazy things that are involved in this game, maybe that's not one of the bigger things to be concerned about. 12 seconds. And then we'll probably have to make sure that all the currently engaged components are down.
We've taken control of the ship.
Well, we have taken control of the ship. Thank you, Tobin, for letting me know that. Beam back to the ship. Let's make sure that there's no other horrible surprises waiting outside. Surely my bridge crew would have said something if there had actually been a problem. Hope springs eternal. Slow loader, slow loader.
Incoming Elachi ships on sensors.
Of course,
Target
there's
Alpha
incoming
must have gotten a
ships.
distress signal out. We need to eliminate the incoming Elachi or we'll have no chance of getting to that station.
Right, fire at will. But first, grab the harvestable materials because, you know, I just can't help myself. Alright. Bad guys all around. Let's make their lives miserable. Since we're flying a double D here, let's use the fact that it has plenty of pull and attract as much aggro as possible. In fact, that's outnumbered them. I love these similarities. Nox, thank you for the follow. I hope you've been enjoying the stream. As I'm not entirely sure how long you've been watching, but we are currently in the middle of Romulan Arc of Vengeance, where we're hoping to take war to the alien Elachi. The Elachi are proving to be a little bit of an obstacle. Had a little bit of a problem early in the stream because, well, it didn't look like any of the doors were opening, and I thought the mission was bugged. Turns out, no, it wasn't bugged. It's just that I'm an idiot and missed the fact that there were mainframes in the same room that I had to activate before any of these doors opened.
Target shields have failed.
It's not the first time I've done something blatantly embarrassing like that, and it won't be the last. I am currently teamed with an old buddy of mine, Elachi, who has graciously assisted me in this mission, which is nice since I basically had to do a part of it like 3 times. Ooh, Magnesite-ore. I can't pass it up. Well, I'm always happy to have more people join the group here, yeah. You have a global on here?
Target's shields have failed.
I'm a little too far away from these escorts to hit them right away. There we go. The base of that currently down, so we gotta do it the hard way. So far, so good. Oh! Looks like I've had a casualty here. Apparently, aggro ability, holding aggro nearly as well as I would have liked. Okay, that escort is down. Still have one guy who's about to go down. Oh, no wonder, we've got waves of reinforcements. And we have a 3rd wave of reinforcements incoming. So, heads up. Watch for bad things. And there they are. Let's see if I can't make their lives a little more entertaining. Work with plasma is always that'll work out.
Target's shields have failed.
using the singularity abilities is always entertaining. Having a bunch of Romulan warbirds appear out of nowhere, that's got to be an intimidating sight for just about anybody. Or at least for anyone who's back out there, right? Obviously, other players would have a pretty good clue of what's going on. Hopefully, one more wave. One more wave of bad guys. And I've got an active plasma torpedo. And there are a pair of battleships, which makes certain sense since there's two of us. They just didn't jump in. They just did. Maybe I can catch them with the plasma. And I see I'm not the only one playing with the plasma fields. Love when the plan comes together.
Shields have failed.
Let's see if we can give you a hand there with the shoulder. Trick with the Mon-Boss battleships, they kick out a bunch of support vessels. It's generally a good idea to take out the battleships so that they stop popping out support vessels. Battleship, go! There you are. Careful my turns there. The last thing I need is to accidentally join my allies' plasma fields. Oh, right, that worked. Get one of these battleships out of the way. There we go. Second battleship. You guys are in pretty good shape. I am not as good shape. Let's get my own shields up and running. Just me kicks. Let's throw a boarding party at them. Maybe they'll do something. It could happen. More maneuverability. Shields down. Can you stay down long enough for that torpedo to hit? Yeah! That will take care of him. Almost. And that is that. Oh, I am going to need a plasma torpedo launcher because that is one of my primary weapons.
Sensors are clear. We need to contact command and then get moving. We should be gone before the Elachi come looking for their ships.
Okay, let's hail the Admiral.
Excellent work. Your successful capture of the Elachi ship means we can proceed to the next step. Keep that ship safe while we devise an assault plan for the Elachi base. Well done.
Okay, I will take the energy dampening armor, and of course I get the shield automatically.
Greetings.
Congratulations, Commander.
I have popped a level up, so we will take the opportunity to slap in for hull penetration, and we have a ground ability. I will put the point in. What do I put it in? I'll go with the kit performance. That's becoming more relevant. And we'll train diagnostics. The cover shield is something I prefer not to have my bridge officers using willy-nilly. Okay, let's see. Equipment-wise, Tel will improve the shields. We'll put on the better armor. I think Noah's earned better armor because she got walloped pretty good. We will upgrade her shields. Shayla will also upgrade shields. We'll upgrade the armor there too. And Marcel, who snuck in there somewhere along the line, we'll give him a better shield. Armor's pretty much set. And the rest is basically sellable. Okay. I have a new bridge officer apparently. I have one, two. I've got 2 of everybody right now, so I really don't care what I have. We'll grab. No, we won't grab tactical. We'll grab a science. But we'll put on the candidate roster for now. Okay, that's the Administrivia portion. So the next mission here is Devil's Choice.
The ship you've stolen will allow us to take the fight to the enemy. Using data recovered from the ship's computers, we found a subspace rift that should lead us right to one of their bases of operation. You're going to go in there and take it out.
Oh, this will be such a satisfying bit of work here. Rewards: a blue quality singularity core. Well, I feel kind of stupid about putting all that effort in my R&D now. Romulan bridge officer, who is rare. Engineering. I'm glad I went science with that last officer. And 1 of 2 shield arrays.
Greetings.
Okay, so let's see. I think that I need to get around that big rift area. Since I'm crawling my way there in the bus here, I might as well at least take the opportunity to grab that magnesite that I had seen earlier. And nothing is happening here. Okay, I think what I'm going to need to do is to park the
Sensors
system.
are clear.
Oh, here we go.
We need to contact command and then get moving. We should be gone.
Enter subspace. So we are going to where usually you only find communications going, because Star Trek environment tends to use subspace communications. You usually don't kind of put ships in subspace. But the Elachi have made it possible, and now we're kind of borrowing their toys. And apparently when you're grouped up, you clone Elachi vessels. That's kind of hilarious. Yeah. Our sensors show the Elachi station ahead. If you don't attract their attention, maybe they won't notice that we're under new management. We can't just blow up the station here though, because, ooh, yeah, an explosion of that size in subspace can cause a disaster on the level of the Hobus supernova, which, as you will recall, blew up Romulus, Remus, and a whole lot of other real estate. We need to go in and blow it up in a way that it won't be completely catastrophic for real space. So let's go marching in. Look at the size of that fleet. Have they detected us? Not yet. We just look like another Elachi. Good. Keep going. We're all happy, friendly. We're all one big happy
I think
Elachi.
it's working. They don't seem to have
There
noticed
are
us.
an awful lot of them, aren't there?
Just a little farther.
There are an awful lot of these ships. I sure hope we don't have to fight them all on the way out, or things are going to get really ugly. We are in transporter range. Let's beam aboard. Da 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 da. Yes, we will keep no. I feel it's important to have slightly more Romulan representation here. And we'll take Tovin because, well, being able to add extra violence is, I think, very important for this mission. And the slow load begins. Creeping up on that 2% loaded. Windows progress bars are more reliable than this thing is. There we go. Once we get up to the 30s, things accelerate dramatically.
Sir, there's a weak point here in the station construction. If we rig the secondary power pylons to blow, we can get our cascade without doing too much damage to subspace.
I like that plan. Let's not do anything that blows up subspace completely. Oh right. Let's put on my rebreather. I tell you, these rebreathers are hilarious. I feel like Darth Vader. Well, look at all those Elachi. I bet we stand out.
These Elachi don't seem to be warriors.
Well, some of them do, so my feeling is if they come at us to attack, they're free game.
Shield losing power.
Must scan. I'm worse than a lemming. Rig first pylon. This looks important.
I'm detecting massive biosign readings. The Elachi are probably holding more of our people as prisoners. Let's find them.
More possible prisoners. Well, let's do our best to rescue them. And this looks like a door that looks like it should open. And speaking of potential problems,
They didn't know before. The Elachi know we're here now. But those weren't
yeah,
scientists.
they know we're here. We're not exactly being subtle. Okay, we have just gone into horror movies. It's kind of like the Borg, except with, instead of replacing them with technological components, they're, well, I don't know, turning them into fungus? That's when you thought the Borg were the nastiest things out there. Well, here come the Elachi. And man, there are a lot of them in here, aren't there? And this is why I wanted to make sure I brought as many tactical people as reasonably possible. Of course, when you're talking about 5 people, reasonably possible consists of eliminate incubators. That would be these guys. Once we clean out the room, we might be able to figure out how to get people out of here. Okay, time to start rescuing captives.
They're using our own people to grow the next generation of soldiers. That's just... it's sickening. Is there anyone left to save?
It is a bad situation. Let's see if we can get this one out. Okay, well that captive is obviously not going anywhere. Maybe we'll have better luck with this one. Company. Company. What company? Something that's beamed in. There we are.
Shield losing power.
Hey, we're trying to save our people here, you know. But since I'm conveniently here, let's see if I can get this one out. Oh, thank heavens, a survivor. There had to be one. And I think there's one more down this way. Could have sworn I saw someone who was mostly intact. Oh, there we are. That's why I almost walked right by him. And another survivor. Awesome. So we at least got a couple out of there. Maybe 3. Must have shinies. Oh, there's a console. Didn't even see that, thank you. Overload system. I am in favor. Yeah. There you go. They're not going to get any more use out of the people they've captured and stuck in these tubes. I'm pretty sure that they would thank us for this. Kind of like people who've been assimilated by the Borg. An empty hallway. I find that suspicious. Oh, what's this? Hops. Might be able to save some of these people. The longer we're here, the more likely the Elachi will determine what we're doing. Oh, I'm not going to let them build a new army. No.
No one should be subjected to an
Burn
atrocity
the
like
fields,
this.
yes. But first, survivors. Survivors are the priority. Then we burn it to the ground. Ouch. Note to self, don't stand that close to turret-like objects. Oh look, more hostiles.
Enemy targets on
That's okay. I can be just as hostile.
personal shield losing power.
Oh no! No! Not no! Must revive my bridge officer. Especially since, you know, she's a medic. You don't want your medic to go down like that. Okay, rig second pylon. Alright, next incubation room. That would be this way. Oh, here we are.
Personal shield losing power.
Can't use the TK. Why is my telekinesis not coming up? Question for another day. Oh, I wonder if a bug just hit me where all my traits got vaporized. Yeah, that's what did it. Sometimes traits just all go away, and that means you want to replace each and every one of them, but I can't do it now because, well, we're in the middle of a mission.
Stealing people to use them as... It's disgusting.
Okay, let's swap out weapons a bit. some harder core weaponry. I keep forgetting that I picked up this plasma split rifle somewhere along the line. Probably Snowy having his way. Okay, there's more targets up ahead. Well, good news is we've limited incubators, but we can't really save the people until we've gotten rid of the drones. Luckily, a lot of crossfires helped here. Okay, release captain. Excellent, one survivor. Let's open up this one. Another survivor. Oh, 2 for 2.
He will pay for selling out our people.
Well, I guess we couldn't hope for all of them. And hopefully number 4 got freed up and is still breathing. Okay, next incubation room. Now that we've set fire to everything in here. Oh look, more targets. Let's blow some holes. Plasma holes, of course. Oh, new accolade. Dodging and burning. Probably because of plasma damage. Ow. Okay, next incubation room. And another accolade. Oh, I've deleted 500 Elachi, so I get dug up as an accolade. Alright, this is getting to be a little uncomfortable. There's an awful lot of these guys here. Oh no, Noah's down and Tobin is down. Oh man, my people are dropping like flies.
Flanking damage detected.
And in a minute, I'm gonna drop like a fly. I better get these shields back up. Yeah, there were just a few of these guys in here, weren't there? Okay, captives. Starting with this one. Freed. And, well, that one is gone. Another one is safe.
Enemy target sensor.
Ouch.
Personal shield
Oh, we
losing
have hostiles. That's rude. Never, always unpleasant bad guys decide to come out and play. Whoa, what do you know? It's Devek. All the way back from Viranat.
Yes, aren't you a sight?
Yeah, I kinda thought you were dead too, Devex. What happened to
The
you?
Elachi held us in pens like animals.
He was stuck in stasis, came to himself about a week ago, and they started getting processed. They stuffed him in the pod, and he thought that was it. It's great to have DeVex back. I suspect that he is going to be my next bridge officer candidate. Okay. Burn it all down. Yeah, pull the trigger to burn it to the ground. Yeah, that's how we do it. And I think we've got one more. Oh, we have another set of rooms to go through. Oops. I think we're getting a preview of just what we've got to deal with. Okay, well. They're not going to make it easy for us.
Shield losing ground.
Ah, nuts. Grabbed the lockbox by accident. Hate it when I do that. Now be careful in this next room because this is going to be nasty. Okay, let's open this up with... Let's open it up with violence. We can pry these incubators. No, the big guy's still stuck. Oops, more guys. Now we got grunts. Yeah, if you start getting injured, it's a good idea to pull a retreat since we have all those mines back there. We might as well take advantage of the fact that we have them there. That ain't good. And my hands are just not in the right spots to. Ah, where'd all those mines go? Not those things which have a duration. Unfortunately, oh, well, that's all of us. Time to respawn. We were betrayed. Betrayed by our minds. Such treachery. We were expecting our equipment to still be there.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Oh, come on, guys. Seriously. Man, I give no better shields, I give no better armor, and no still keeps going down like a sack of potatoes. Whoops, guess who just came online? The big bad. here before he gets going. Alright, Station Commander. Rolling.
Force field is down, and the other power station is vulnerable.
Power stations. Oh, did we go down? I blinked. Well, that's embarrassing. Well, far be it from me to argue with a dead station commander. Let's get that cascade rolling.
The cascade reaction is beginning. It's time to go.
We are now officially in the get out of dodge phase. Yes, I left a little something on the ground there. That's okay. Let's not stick around for exploding space stations. Especially when it occurs to me there's still like a billion ships outside. You think that they might be a little bit upset with what's about to happen? I'm going to say yes. Alright. Would have thought some of the Elachi ships would have been caught in the cascade, but the fleet is gone. Missing. Don't know if they detected it. They've been gone for at least a few minutes. Oh, yeah, we're getting the 2-minute warning to go away. I'm going to agree with that and move my hind end out before something really horrible happens. Like, get caught in the blast radius. Moving along, hoping that we don't get blown up. Need to get out. We're not even going to see a thing blow up here. We gotta get out. Oh, no, we are going to see it blow up. Well, the good news is we're back in the beta quadrant. All is well. Happy ending. Why are they telling me to go to New Romulus? That can't be a good sign. Ordinarily I would take the long way around, but I'm gonna hit the transport button to go there because this could be bad. I have no idea if you have the ability to transport to the next part of the mission here. That could be problematic. Well, let us continue the defense. Would have been nice if there was some dialogue to indicate what transition was happening here, but I guess that was asking a little much. Given that this next phase, however, says Defense of New Romulus, it gives me a pretty good feeling as to where that Elachi fleet went. Oh good, the transition to the map got my good buddy 2 of 8 here too. Awesome. Yep, a massive Elachi fleet headed this way. We don't have the orbital defenses to repel this kind of thing, and the Admiral has called for as many ships as possible to help defend the planet. The flotilla has moved its warships in position at the outer perimeter. We'll activate basic defenses along the approach trajectory, then fall back toward the planet as the fight proceeds. So we're going to first go to the outer perimeter. and signal the fleet. And here comes trouble. Lots of trouble. As they may say in another franchise, we must hold the line. Oh boy, there's going to be a whole lot of damage coming out here. This has the potential to get really brutal very fast. And gaining huge amounts of aggro is probably a horrible, horrible idea at this point, because we are hilariously outnumbered. Yeah, this is arguably the biggest fleet battle in the early game, as opposed to end areas where everybody's doing vice admiral levels of missions. I mean, you get a lot of this kind of thing in the Iconian arc and all that, but those are pretty up there. This is what, level 35? There's a big difference. And we don't have any indications as to when the outer line is defended, so it's along the lines of blow up as many ships as you can, as quick as you can, and focus on the small ships to... Yeah, the problem is that the small ships are basically escort ships. So from a technical standpoint, there are no small ships. Hilariously chaotic. Oh, there's a frigate. I can wipe that out at least. So technically there is a small ship around here somewhere. Fall back! Fall back! I'd probably get to the fallback position a lot faster if I stopped shooting. There we go.
Enemy cruisers incoming.
Of course, they all popped in, 16 plus kilometers behind me, making the whole point of retreating kind of silly. Thank God for evasive maneuvers. Turning around is such a pain. Battleships are always preferred over the support craft. Straight fire, what do you think I'm doing? another battleship. Let's take him out. More battleships I can fry. Where did he go? Nope, there he is. For a happy moment, I thought he'd blown up. Should have known it wouldn't be that easy. And there's another battleship. Bapped out again. He bapped out again. This will teleporting. I hate these subspace guys. No, not the control craft, the battleship. There we go. I think that's... Nope, more battleships. All back! Well, fortunately, I'm practically falling back already, so it will not be a very long drive. Fighter support incoming.
Enemy heavy ships inbound. Concentrate fire on the command ship.
Okay. Command ship. That's a problem. Oh, and looks like the Starfleet system says hit. It's time to call for additional assistance, like my good pirate friend from Nimbus 3. Fortunately, they have a good chance of ending up restance. Oh, speaking of reinforcements, looks like Starfleet and the Klingon Empire have both decided to join the fun. Now we have a partner. And let's make it even crazier. Toss off my quantum shadows and make it even more. Of course, now I've lost track of where the enemy man is. There we go. Let's get that command ship melted down. And that is the command ship. They're in confusion. And that dreadnought just went down. Oh, perfect. The tide is turning. Looking a lot like the day is saved. And it is. Oh, there's my lone plasma torpedo hanging around without a target. The bulk of the fleet has been repulsed. Whatever Elachi are left are going far away from New Romulus. The Romulan people will survive to see another day. We can leave orbit, and we will. Alright, let's communicate with the Admiral there and get the rewards on the mission.
Job. You have ensured the Romulan Republic will last a little while longer. We've dealt a crippling blow to the Elachi, and and now Hakiv is without his most powerful ally. We lost some of our own, but we have emerged stronger than ever.
Let's grab the regeneration array.
Greetings.
Congratulations, Commander.
We will deal with the Vex another time. I think that at this point, I think this will be it for the evening here.
Greetings.
No, Admiral, we are not talking at the moment. It is currently 10:07 Eastern, which puts us slightly after what I usually shoot for. So this feels like a good place to end the day. Elachi, thank you for joining me and dealing with this terrible, terrible threat to the Romulan Republic, especially being able to help kickstart an excuse to try one more time and discover that I missed the way to open those doors. So thank you again. As usual, the next scheduled stream will be on Sunday at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern to 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern, where we will be streaming Star Citizen. And we will, of course, as usual, return here next Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern to 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern for the continuation of the Romulan adventure in Star Trek Online. I hope everyone has enjoyed watching this episode. Hope it wasn't too boring. Well, it certainly wasn't boring on my end, since, you know, we had a bunch of ships there. And that's basically it. Thank you for watching. This is Korath Landwalker, signing off.